Good morning. My name is Jacqueline Hume, like Zoom, and I am the CEO of the Peyton Group. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. And what are your names?
Hi, Jacqueline. This is Brecklin Johnson, also she, her.
Good morning. My name is Tanner Harris, also she, her pronouns.
Excellent. And what are your capacities in representing Withistan or your titles?
I am the Chair of Development and Tourism for Withistan.
And I am with the Stands Council.
Excellent. Nice to meet you both, Brecklin and Tanner. And please feel free to call me Jackie. Thank you so much to Withistan for being here in this discussion with the Peyton Group in this historic moment for both the Withistan and the Peyton Group. We are extremely looking forward to working with Withistan to putting to sharing our brand of the Peyton Group and having this be a, an incredible resort on Monroe, on the continent of Monroe, that will hopefully bring all of the people, all of the really important people, to Withistan, as well as all of the tourists that we can get to your country, as well as really it opened up the exploration of the continent of Monroe in general. We are really excited to be a part of such a historic moment in our history. As we understand a little background about us, I'm sure you already know, but the Peyton Group is a hotel chain that is very small. um, we have been around for a few years. We currently reside and are headquartered in the country of Swem, and Swem is one of the most developed nations in the world. Um, through their tax of 10%, their corporate income tax rate of 10%, um, we have been able to create very exclusive resorts that have brought people from all over the world to the country of Swem, and that has really helped in creating a prosperity, an economic prosperity in Swem, as well as an economic prosperity for the Peyton Group, hand in hand. Um, and in that, our brand is all about exclusivity, right? It's all about getting the richest and the most uh, not important, but the most exclusive people to come to these resorts in order to really build up the hype, and through that, hopefully to help other tourists, right, want to access these different resorts and different beach places all over the world where we've built our resorts. Our brand is small in that vein. We usually don't do more than 250 rooms for a resort because, again, we believe that through by making it exclusive, by making it something that only a few can go to, it really drives the marketing in getting a lot of people to come once you've developed other resorts with other corporations. We love that and hope that we will be the first to be able to work with Withistan on this. Um, and it's really exciting to really iron out the details. In also knowing more about us, the Peyton Group um, also believes in making sure that labor laws are upheld and that all workers that work for our organizations are happy and healthy and are taken care of um, financially and anything else. Uh, we are currently working on a project with SWEM, and our project is going to be ending relatively soon. But in that vein, we're very much interested in starting construction on Withy Beach in about April of this year so that we have enough time to finish one project before we start another. We would hate to have to uh, spread thin in working on either country. And so we really want to make sure we love that our projects are perfectly done. And in that vein, we like to finish one project before we start another one. And in doing so, we think that we can make the best resort possible at Withy Beach. So if we were to start in April, we would finish of April of the next year. We also are very much interested in looking at the corporate income tax. As we mentioned before, with SWEM, there's a 10% income tax, and this 10% corporate income tax has really helped in creating more prosperity, more economic prosperity for the country, right, as well as for corporations that come in. We know that Withistan has a 28% income tax, um, and that is quite high. And I think it will actually make it harder to make a profit for both Withistan as well as for us. And we are very much looking forward to lowering that income tax in order to make sure that this business is viable and that it will trickle down to the economy in general in Withistan and help it boom. We do understand that Withistan has had some difficulties in the last years economically, and we, the Peyton Group, are very much looking forward to helping the economy boom in Withistan and thrive. And I think starting from lowering this income tax, it will be not only something that would be very helpful to the Peyton Group, but I'm sure it would also attract other businesses to come and build on your other lots that you have available. And once we've talked about the tax, we are very much interested in talking about the resort plot for your land. We understand that right now they're listed at $35 million. Um, eh, but as we want to to build a very small resort, right, that's very exclusive with hopefully no more. Of course, generally we do 250 rooms. We would be very much happy to do 300 rooms for you with this, Dan, um, to build that up to 300 rooms of a resort and having the plot land be a little lower than the $35 million, around perhaps $20 million, so that we can really make sure to develop those resorts again and build up lots of excitement for the rest of the world. So, and to make sure that we start in April, right, so that we're not spreading ourselves too thin. We are very much looking forward to talk about that. And last but not least, and maybe the most important thing, is the treatment of the local workers. We are very much interested in knowing what are Withistan's labor laws and making sure that we're in compliance of them and maybe even exceeding them in terms of the work day hours as well as the minimum wage. Again, we want to make sure the Withy laborers that are working with us are happy and healthy and getting what they need to survive. Just to reiterate what we're looking to talk about today. Firstly, it's the corporate income tax, lowering it from what now is currently at 28%. We understand we would love to lower it to something not quite the level of SWEM, which we know is 10%, but 15% would be wonderful. And through that, again, that would allow us and you to prosper. And once we've talked about the corporate tax, we would love to talk about the um, plot land, the resort plot, a price, the purchase price of the resort plots, lowering it to $20 million, with a 300 room resort that would start in April of this year and end in April of next year. so that we're not uh, spread too thin, and of course, the labor laws. Thank you so much.